Hello, scholars and self. Welcome to MB News. I'm your host, Brittany, and these are my co-hosts,
Davina
and Kylie.
We had our 2019 annual spelling bee. It was very exciting. There were 7 students in each 6th grade class. It was 21 students competing. There were 7 rounds. It was very fun to watch and hopefully very fun to be in. There were 4 more students in the 7th round. The students were Leilani, Kayla, Carlos, and Isaac. It was a very intense final round. Fortunately, Isaac got his word right. It was flambeau. In Isaac's word, he said how he felt. I felt really happy because my hard work paid off. I began to cry tears of joy. I hope to get first place in the county spelling bee. Here are some highlights.
Fulcrum. Fulcrum. Fulcrum.
That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. That is correct.
Peasantry.
That is correct. Flambeau.
Flambeau. Flambeau. Flambeau.
Isaac will be representing Montebello at the county spelling bee. Now on to Davina with yard duty schedule.
Thank you, Brittany. Here is the yard duty schedule for next week. For TK and Kinder, we have Miss Steele and Miss Campos. For first grade, we have Mr. Lara and Miss Gonzalez. For second grade, we have Miss Espinoza. For third grade, we have Miss Bautista. For fourth grade, we have Miss Sailors. For fifth grade, we have Miss Figliomeni. And finally, for sixth grade, we have Mr. Rittenauer. Thank you, teachers and supervisors, for keeping us safe during recess. Also, don't forget that NASA Saturday School will be held this weekend for kinder through 6th grade students. Right now, classes are being held at Aliso Community, Creekside Elementary, Steinbeck Elementary, and Montebello Elementary. I am looking forward in attending NASA Saturday School. If you want to attend, all you need to do is pick up a form from the office. Now moving on to Kylie with Staff of the Week.
This week's Staff of the Week is Mr. Basta, our amazing librarian, and Miss Cortez, our DI kinder teacher. Did you know that Mr. Basta had her daughter attend MB and recently promoted from 6th grade last year? She's currently at Hardin. She got the honor roll. Did you know Miss Cortez is coming to Montebello from Chular, California, where she taught there for several years? Also, just a friendly reminder, there is a 6th grade mandatory parent meeting next week on Wednesday, February 6th at 5:30. We will be discussing the end of the year events and procedures for our 6th grade students. Now moving on to Nathan with sports.
Thank you, Kylie. Remember Thursdays for 4th through 6th. We are having first tee on Monday, February 4th. For basketball, the 5th and 6th boys won their first game for the VRB. The score was around 25-5. Remember, boys, we are having scrimmage today, so come with your jersey. Now, for the girls' basketball, they also won VRB 12-4. For co-ed, they don't keep score anymore, but they did great. Now moving on with Kiana with fundraisers.
Today I'll be talking about fundraisers. Us 6th graders are selling Valentine grams. They cost $1 and it is for us to pay for our food trips. Where you can buy them is at Monterey. People will be pushing a cart around the school. The time you can get them is in the morning and morning recess and lunch recess. And a friendly reminder about the Shopperoo app is that it is free to get and it's an easy way to fundraise money for our school. And now moving on with Rochelle about the film festival.
The Monterey Bay Q Students-Powered Film Festival is back. It will take place on April 23, 2019 at the Maya Cinema in downtown Salinas, California. The festival is film competition open to kindergarten through 12th grade students in the counties of Monterey, San Benito, and Santa Cruz. Last year, 3 of our very own scholars took home second place. I'm planning on entering the competition this year, and you should too. And now moving on to Arabella.
Thank you, Rochelle. I'm also planning on joining the film festival. How about you guys?
Maybe.
Okay. Tina and Harold Ehrenberg were just cleaning up and preparing their house in Mandeville, Louisiana. While cleaning, they found some old lottery tickets. They even found one with the worth of $1 million. The couple were lucky. They had 6 more days until it expired. The ticket was from June 6th of the drawing and had to be claimed at least within 180 days. Harold Ehrenberg said the most fun is going to be depositing the check. Just to make sure, the Ehrenbergs went online to check the numbers and realized they are going to definitely have a moving turkey, if you know what I mean. Now, enough of me. Now, on to Carlos.
Thank you, Bella. The start of the new year is turning into Antarctica. Some parts of the U.S. have experienced so-called below freezing temperatures. You should not step outside without the right outfit. Tony Neely stood on the corner of freezing cold Chicago streets. He wore wet shoes and was warming his hands up with a hand warmer. I'm cold and I'm afraid, he said. He was hoping to raise enough donations to rent a motel for the desired time. The temperature in Chicago is almost as cold as Antarctica. Places throughout the U.S. are experiencing below freezing temperatures like Wisconsin, Detroit, Cleveland, Michigan, and Chicago. It was too cold to attend school or walk. Job workers had to stay home. The homeless in Chicago have experienced nothing like this, with many people getting frostbite and hypothermia. There are 80,000 homeless people in Chicago, and the weather is extremely cold there. It has reached its below freezing temperatures. 5 Chicago buses are reaching out and giving warmth by giving transportation and a place to recover. A man was sitting on the Chicago grounds hoping to be donated $20 in order to purchase a room for the night. His sign read, "Homeless in cold. God bless. I've almost got enough money for a room tonight," he said. "Trust me, I'm going to raise it. There's no way I'm going to be out here tonight," he said. "No one in need of a safe or warm place will be turned away. No one," said Chicago's mayor. A 60-year-old man was sleeping under a pile of blankets and shoes and was still freezing cold. He had no idea how cold the upcoming days or even weeks would be. It is so freezing that you can get a frostbite within 5 to 8 minutes. In Detroit, people are reaching out to the homeless by offering warmth and transportation. In Cleveland, officials are building shelters and nonprofits to offer safety and warmth. "No one should be on the streets during this weather," said Lisa Morrison Butler, the Chicago Commissioner of the Department of Family and Support Services. "This weather is just the beginning. Chicago will get as cold as below freezing 60s or 50s. The New Hampshire grocery store had a huge problem. The cash registers have been crashed. Not only there, but throughout the whole state. Shoppers had to leave with nothing to buy. Another grocery store let their shoppers leave with free groceries. The store gave away $3,000 to $5,000, but their smiles were worth it. Think of a way that you can spread joy, one action at a time." Now on to Jazz with World News.
Thank you, Carlos. Today I will be talking about world news. First off is we have 5 people that got arrested for making a dam collapse in Brumadinho, Brazil, and at least 65 people have died when toxic sludge was put in by some people, and also 3 out of the 5 people arrested were in charge of the toxic. And also an air ambulance helicopter crashed in Ohio Tuesday, killing all 3 members on board. They say they were headed to pick a patient up from another hospital. Also, 5 Houston officers injured in an ambush-style attack on Monday. 2 of the suspects are dead, and the officers say they were investigating a suspected drug case. My name is Jasmine Estrada. Thank you for taking your time and watching MB News. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Go Scholars!